lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.
Beyond.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Beyond, episode 206. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside He Only Does Everything, Colin Moriarty.
Release the Kraken.
And the only woman who could replace Ryan Clements-Wise in Tokyo.
Hi-yo.
Host of Core, Veronica Beaumont.
How's it going?
It's great, Veronica. How are you?
I'm great.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to this on iPod or something like that while you walk to work, you're an idiot.
Zune.
You're a jackass idiot right now. We are live. This is Podcast Beyond, IGN's PlayStation podcast, the most popular PlayStation podcast on the internet, at least that I can prove. And we are actually broadcasting this right now on IGN.com. It's a live stream. You can see us on the video there. We're waving, and we're taking phone calls. So if you want to be part of the show, you want to dial into 415-89-MESSY. 415-89-MESSY. Here's our first call. Beyond! Here's where you say Beyond, dude.
Oh,
I answered your call. You hung
Still
up?
there?
Beyond!
You scared him, I think.
Nerd burger.
He's
Hello,
scared.
Beyond.
Don't be scared.
Beyond,
Oh,
there you go.
geez,
What's up, bro?
Beyond! Oh
Yeah.
my god, I called.
Yeah.
I
I
just
love the
woke up.
tentative Beyond.
I know, right? You don't know. You're on hold forever. You're the first call ever on Podcast Beyond. What's your name?
My name is Kevin Carrillo.
Hey, Kevin Carrillo. Are you watching us on the live stream right now? Is the live stream working? Because I didn't really test that. I didn't look at it on the internet.
I just literally woke up 2 seconds ago, and I'm like, holy crap, I gotta call.
All right, go to IGN.com and click on the article and tell me if there's a little image, if there's stuff happening in the box of the video.
Okay.
Can you do that, or is it going to take you a long time?
He's like, I'm
no,
still in
I'm-
bed, dude.
I'm at the computer. Now, hold up, give me like 2 seconds.
No problem. We'll continue the show while I go. Colin,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's TGS week.
Yes.
Lots and lots of news. Lots of stuff is happening. How are you holding up, first off? We have been up nonstop this week. We are running home base. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever meet Ryan Clements and he asks you to be home base coordinator for Japan, you say no. You say,
Yeah, don't
get
do
away
it.
from me.
Don't do it. We've worked like 35 hours in 3 days.
So are you
Thursday
like
morning.
14 hours in the future
Yeah,
right now in your mind?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow, right now.
The first two nights, Veronica, they were supposed to be, oh yeah, you'll be off by like midnight or whatever. That was our call time. And then last night it was like, oh, you'll only be here till 9, 6 to 9. Yeah. And so when Colin and I left here at
No.
1 o'clock in the morning yesterday, we were not happy.
Yeah.
Not that we weren't mad, but I mean we were just drained. It's an awesome show, and honestly, I don't think I'd want anybody else doing it. There's been all the news that we've been posting has been so PlayStation related
That's
that
true.
I'm happy that we're the ones doing it, so
Yeah.
we know we're covering it.
Yeah.
Kevin, are we on the internet?
It's loading up.
Okay,
it's on
good.
the Justin TV thing, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. As long as it's going in the little box. But
Yeah,
anyways,
it's like a little box.
It's
live.
it's working. You see people moving in it. We're moving.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Oh, good. Things
It's,
work.
it's a little bit of a delay, but I see you guys.
Oh, well, yeah, there's going to be a
There's
delay
that hand
for
from
sure.
Greg Miller.
All right, good.
Technologies.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you later. Stay beyond.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
can I ask some questions?
No, we're in the middle of the show, dude. Come on. Don't script it. I'm kidding. Of course, we're a conversational podcast. What's your question?
Oh, okay. I just had 2 questions. One of them is PS related, and the other one is not.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys willing? Okay, I think. Which one of you guys has an iPhone?
We
think
everybody
all of us?
except Colin.
Okay.
Colin will not get off the Palm Pre boat here.
Come on.
Does he have
I know,
a-
right? He's
oh,
riding this thing into the ground.
WebOS, bro.
I respect your steadfastness.
Thank you. WebOS
The
is a lot
best
better
was,
than
I
iOS.
thought he was doing it because like he had it, and then the phone broke, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna get an iPhone. He's like, no, I don't order another Palm Pre. It's like, God damn it, dude.
Good luck with that.
All right, well, yeah.
Going
What's your
forward.
question, Kevin, about iPhones?
Okay, are you guys willing to give it to lose your contract with your iPhones or whatever to get a PS Vita?
Oh, for like 3G?
Yes.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna lose my thing. Yeah, I like for a while when IGN occasionally will pay for your phones. Like they will buy phones once you get popular enough on Twitter, like me. And that's not really how it works. But I refused it because I had the grandfathered in AT&T unlimited plan. So I was like, well, I don't want to
nice.
worry about
Yeah.
quitting now and then getting fired from IGN for sexual misfavors, and then having to come back and having to try to get
Those
that
are the
plan.
best kind.
I know. I do love the misfavor. Whatever the hell that is.
mean? It's like you did a favor accidentally.
Yeah.
Like the person didn't want.
I mean,
Misfavors is
the
my
wrong favor?
porn
I
star
guess.
name.
Misfavor.
Misfavors.
Oh my gosh. So no, Kevin, are you willing to give it up? I mean, I don't think you're gonna have to choose.
I'm one of the people that bought a PSP, the original one, the big fat one,
Uh-huh.
and I was horribly disappointed with it.
Oh yeah, well, it was big and fat. Never.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, that's the problem with everything, right? Like, don't buy the first Nintendo DS, don't buy the first PSP, and now I'm gonna buy the first Vita, but like, because I won't learn, and now I have expendable income. What
Trophies.
do I care?
Trophies.
Yeah, trophies are right there. But like, yeah, PSP 2.0 or Vita 2.0 would be better. Battery would be longer. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, and the second question is completely about this. It's for Greg.
Okay.
I know you're a big wrestling fan. I am too.
Yeah.
How pumped are you for the CM Punk angle that they've been going with?
Oh, no, CM Punk's angle's been great lately. It's actually refreshing and exciting to watch. Truth be told, I don't watch all that much wrestling anymore, but just because I got bored with it, because I was, like, kind of over the storylines. But when CM Punk did his whole sit in the middle of the ring and talk forever, I was like, oh, now I can get back into this. Colin's got something snarky to say. What do you got, Colin? I see you working on it. What's brewing over there?
I don't know. Wrestling's just so stupid. I'm sorry.
Everything's so stupid. I don't want to do that. Let's not go down that. I just spent like $28 on comics last night. Like, everything's dumb.
Colin,
Yes.
a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
there was a wrestler that came out in a Confederate uniform because they were in like South. I don't even know where they were at.
They were in the
somewhere in the South, and he was talking about like he was seceding from the WWE.
So
He's succeeding from the
It's
WWE.
pretty awesome.
So he
Like
won.
history. You learn history.
Yeah, so it tied in some Southern history. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, Kevin, give me a beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was good. That was
Yeah,
a
that was
successful
good.
first phone call. It's
Yeah.
working. That's the most important
Things work. Things work.
Oh, look. And right there, there's another phone call. Remember, ladies
Let's
and
just
gentlemen,
do
we
this
have
the
to
whole time.
No, we'll get through some stuff. Well, Veronica, I'm sure you know we're a conversational podcast. We want to make sure when you call in, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to want you to comment on what we're talking about. Now, I know you'll be behind the times by a little bit, but we're talking TGS. That's the main thing. Let's start the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news.
Okay.
Yeah, we missed Ryan's back up there.
Yeah, we needed that.
It's okay.
I would have done it. You didn't tell me what to do.
I know. I'm bad. I don't want to give people a full walkthrough before like the show. The show's just to have fun, get out here, let's talk some PlayStation stuff. Mm-hmm. All right,
Yes.
Colin, this is going to be an interesting show because it's going to be all over the place. 'Cause,
Okay.
we're talking about is TGS.
Yeah.
Period. That's topic of the week. That's reader mail. That's everything. Tokyo Game Show happening right now in Tokyo. Hard
Yes.
to believe. I know, right?
Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah,
would've
Tokyo,
thought?
Japan. And like I said, Colin and I have been up nonstop about it.
Yeah.
All sorts of
I'm
stuff.
deliriously tired.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's start about the biggest story of all.
Okay.
Lots of PlayStation Vita details.
Yes.
Veronica, coming into the show, how excited were you to hear about the PlayStation Vita?
I have to admit, I'm not a big handheld gamer.
You are crazy.
I know.
Is this,
I know.
from playing it and seeing it, has
I
it
think
sold you on it?
As far as things go, this would be the one that I would
Yeah.
probably pick up. But
Uh-huh.
in the past, I haven't been a big handheld gamer, so
understand.
it really has to be that much more special for me to make the time to add another device that I carry around with me.
That's the big problem, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
like we all have iPhones and everything else, so it's kind of like one device is nice.
I don't
But-
even game on my iPhone.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
I'm a
do game
weirdo
at all
like
when
that.
you're out? I don't honestly either.
No,
Yeah,
I just
okay.
game when I'm home.
Okay. But see, I want to bring those home experiences on the go. That's what I'm excited about, and that's why I was disappointed. I'm very
Yeah.
excited to have an Uncharted that I can play on flights to New York or whatever else. But it turns out the PS Vita will not last on an entire flight to New York. That is upsetting. Colin, tell me all about it.
Okay. So yesterday
Don't sound so excited about it.
the fact. Well, we're not excited about it because
I know, it's
the news
depressing.
wasn't good.
Ah, there's a blue marker.
The fact sheet yesterday said what was it? 3 to 5 hours for gaming, 5 hours for video, 9 hours in standby for
I
music.
thought it was like 2 to 3 hours for gaming.
No,
Is it-
No, it's 3 to
more
5.
3 to
Say,
5?
with
Right.
with
Yeah,
the
with
wireless
everything
turned
off.
off, the brightness
Everything
turned down.
on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in actuality, you get approximately 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's bad news. Like I'm just, people are like, what did we expect? It is a powerful handheld, but I expected somewhere in the 6 to 8 hour range. That was kind of like what I had in my head.
My whole thing was I wanted to be able to play, and I know I keep saying this, from San Francisco to New York. When I go to Boston, when I go out for New York Comic Con in a couple weeks, I like the idea of sitting down and playing 6 hours of Uncharted and not having to worry about the big thing with the PSP for me when it first came out, and I didn't have an expanded battery yet, is I'd go down and sit in the airport and start to play, and then it would have to be, well, if I don't stop now, it's going to run out in the middle of the flight, and I have nothing to do. I got to find a power outlet here, and blah blah. Like,
Well,
all
is
those worries.
does it have a replaceable battery? I don't remember.
I don't think they've gone
even
into
said yet.
super details. Yeah, a lot of people are yelling at us for like not having super details on the stuff. Dude, we don't have the system yet. I'm sorry. I would love to answer every question and know everything about it, but it's still Japanese fact sheets are coming out, and we're trying to keep up the best we can.
Because
Yeah,
frankly, not a lot of devices have awesome battery life for
Yeah,
extended
that's true.
gaming or extended use, especially when it has networks turned on. So that's one thing that's kind of understandable. But I think the deal breaker or deal maker is if you can carry around some replaceable batteries with you. As long as they're not too expensive,
Exactly.
that's a pretty good way of making that whole flight, be gamer friendly.
That was one of my first purchases for the PSP when they made it, was that a giant battery that let it go 6 to 8 hours, and then it was never a problem. I never had to worry about
Or
it.
you can carry around one of those Energizer batteries.
Oh, right,
The
right,
giant
right.
big ones that last they give you like 20 extra hours of battery life for
Exactly.
any device. But that's kind of silly to have to carry around that kind of stuff with you everywhere.
Yeah, but I'll have a
Then it's not a
fanny pack
handheld.
with
It's
it.
just
Yeah.
like a big, like a bat utility belt, Batman utility
Yeah,
belt with all your replaceable batteries and
In the
drip
list-
chargers.
In the list of things they put put out yesterday for the peripheral list, one of them was some kind of extended battery, like not a thing to put it in the back, but it sounded like a external holder or charger. I couldn't really pick up on it, but
I think it was like a base dock.
Okay. So there's things out there.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with it after like a day of thinking about it, I guess.
Yeah, but at first it was like exactly what we didn't want.
Yeah, it's funny to me, like the parallels to the 3DS in terms of, we used to make fun of it for the rehashes and the collections, and then we used to make fun of it for the battery life, and now we have rehashes and collections and bad battery life.
Well, it's hard to have good battery life when there's so many features too,
That's true.
and like different stuff going on the device.
Somebody asked me if I would make it less powerful for more batteries. I would just take away the rear touchpad.
Yeah,
and
me too.
It's early. I don't know how great it's going to be. I know there's going to be. I think Little Big Planet uses it well.
Little Deviants uses it, and Escape Plan uses it. So
no, I mean Super Stardust uses it. I mean, everybody uses it in some degree, but it's like I think that would be the one thing so far that I've seen you could take away, and I wouldn't miss 100%.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of technologies on the Vita. So
it's full of technology. It's like the Tony Hawk ride board. It's the next evolution of that.
Yeah.
Carry the show.
What
I thought I had a battery life question. I'm looking.
Oh, you don't.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to be a part of the normal show, you email you email beyond@ign.com, and then we read your question. But now we have people on the phone all the time, so let's see what he has to say. All right, you're on Podcast Beyond. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Gus Beyond.
Gus Beyond. How are you?
Doing good. So I just wanted to get straight to the point, really, because I like playing games on my phone, but I really want a dedicated system.
Uh-huh.
And now that all the news of the Vita and the 3DS is out, like the boat for the
Yeah.
the
You played
3DS,
some there.
yeah. I was thinking I was going to ask you guys, what are you guys going to do? Are you going to have both? Are you going to have one? Do you prefer games on the other? I mean, Mario's coming out, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. So, what do you guys think?
Colin's at the breaking point. Colin kept saying during TGS press conferences, if they would announce a Castlevania 3DS, he would go out and buy it.
Yeah, I would have. If they release a Metroidvania Castlevania game on 3DS, I'll buy it. And yeah, that Mario game looks cool, and even though it's a bastardized Kid Icarus game, I kind of want to play it.
Yeah.
But Nintendo doesn't really do it for me anymore. They used to really do it for me, so it's kind of sad. But I'm going to buy the Vita. I think we have 3DSs in the office that we can play, but I do stand by. If they release a Metroidvania Castlevania game, I will buy a 3DS. But I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be on Vita, to be honest with you.
Yeah. At E3, they announced all those games. I thought about it. Like Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario, a new Mario Kart. The one day we'll have Smash Brothers. I thought about it, but I'm not nearly there like I am with Vita. Like Vita, I want to buy day one. Yeah. Uncharted, you got me. I want to do Uncharted. Super Stardust, you got me. I want to play all those games.
Yeah, that's the thing. Uncharted got me, and I'm really looking forward to a Metro game on the 3DS, but, I mean, if I could play Uncharted on the Vita anywhere, I'd take that.
Are you disappointed by the battery life?
I was, but then I guess that's how all the handhelds are now. I mean, the 3DS is 3 to 5, and Vita's 3 to 5. I mean, I expected more, but if we got the same, it's just, I guess it's just a wash. It's just whatever you want to play, that's your system. So.
Word. Well, thanks, Gus. Beyond.
Beyond.
All right,
that was a good one. That was a good call.
Do you own a 3DS? Any interest in that?
No.
You're not a handheld person. It didn't get you either. Okay.
No.
Well, all right, good. 3DS.
What would you play on it anyway?
Yeah, nothing now. My main thing is, and I keep going back to this, the 3DS just feels so shoddy. The way the screen wiggles, the way the start buttons are laid out, it looks like it's a sticker over a button. It's like, I don't want to pay for this.
Yeah, it's just, that's a whole disaster for another show that we can talk about.
Speaking of hardware, though, I do like how the Vita feels. I played it at PAX, and I thought it was different, but they wouldn't let me take pictures of it, and they wouldn't confirm or deny if it was final product model. New beauty shots are out, though, Colin.
Yes.
Vita looks different.
It does look different.
It doesn't have the rounded sides anymore. The buttons are smaller. The logos are darker. Interesting. It's all little stuff, and a lot of people are mad that I posted an article about it. But why are you reading IGN if you don't want it? Don't click on the article.
I don't know why you would be mad at that article.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, we've both played Vita pretty extensively, and the only thing that I'm disappointed with when having played it is when I played Burning Skies, which is really, really cool, and I'm really excited about it. I didn't realize that you can't, there's no L3 and R3 functionality on the Vita. You can't click the sticks.
Yeah. And that broke your heart?
Yeah, I was just because I was playing and I was trying to melee, just with R3 like you would in most shooters or whatever, and I'm realizing you can't click the stick. But so I don't know if that's actually just like a prototype thing, or if they're actually not going to have that R3 and L3 functionality.
I don't think they do. I think that's why they have the back touch and they have the front touch stuff. Because that's how in Burning Skies is how you use the axe. You tap the screen.
And it's cool. It's right next to your thumb and stuff. So again, I will iterate though. I'm disappointed that more people aren't talking about Escape Plan. That game is awesome. It looks so cool, and I have an interview with those guys that I'm going to put up soon. But that game is really cool, and I think it uses the Vita. It doesn't use the buttons at all, which is cool.
Is it all like gyroscopic?
Yeah, it's 6-axis and front touch and back touch.
Okay.
And it's just a puzzle game where you're moving dudes around like through environments and stuff. And I think that game's really cool. And I'm disappointed that that more people aren't playing it. Like when we did First Friday, and I was giving away games. First Friday, by the way, is when readers come to the office the first Friday of every month, and they get to see it and tour it. And I was giving away games.
We posted about it on the site. You should go check it out. And if not, you could go to the Game Scoop for September, right? So September 1st, Game Scoop. I give out an address to go find it.
Yeah, do all that and come in and see the office.
It's a great tour. And you get free pachees at the end.
And free games.
Yeah, you want to come?
Yeah.
First Friday in October. Veronica Belmont's in the group.
And we and I asked, I had an Escape Plan shirt on that I had gotten from the developer. And I asked, there was like 20 people there, and I'm like, well, what game is, like, what system is this game on? And no one knew, and I'm like, not enough people are talking about Escape Plan.
I mean, do you expect it? First off, at TGS, they announced that the Japanese release date, December 15th.
17th.
17th. Well, that's a mistake. Let me make a quick note of that. Well, I'm not in Japan, all right? I don't have to worry about it. And time's all different over there.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
It's December 15th here.
December 17th comes out in Japan. No American release date yet. We know sometime next year, they keep saying. And I think that an original IP for a system that nobody knows that much about, you figure we just learned about how you're going to be able to put memory into it. Of course, you can buy games in their little memory card format. With a memory card format, another thing, people are bitching at me for not calling it Memory Stick Pro Duo or anything, an SD card. We don't know the name of it. The name they are officially calling it is PlayStation Vita card. So that's all I know at this moment.
Because we need more proprietary
Exactly,
formats.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But the good news is, right, that if you don't want to buy the little card to play the game on it, you can buy now, in Japan at least, 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, and 32 gigabyte memory sticks to put in that you can then store your stuff. Because I want to download everything. I'm so over having cartridges and stuff like that I want to download everything.
I hope it's
straight
Memory
up.
Stick Duo.
I don't think it is.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I bet it's going to be... It looks like some bastardized format of an SD card. But I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
They'll talk about it soon enough.
Well, that way they can set their own prices. Over in Japan, 4 gigabytes is 2,200 yen, and then the 32 gigabytes is 9,500
They can
yen.
already set their own prices for Memory Stick and Duo, too.
No.
They own that as well.
Nah, they can't do that. That's not how it works, Veronica. Surprised you didn't know that.
There's many things I do and do not know.
Yeah. I forgot. There was somewhere, before I got off track there, I was trying to shove a lot of information in that, but I was talking about something you had said, and then totally gone.
Yeah,
game?
the
No?
game. Oh, Escape Plan.
Oh, right, yeah. So, I mean, I don't expect people to be super briefed on games that we have 2 articles up of in a couple of videos. I mean, I'd like it if everybody had the
I
encyclopedia.
played it. Take my word for it.
If everybody had... You're going to like the way you play that game.
I guarantee it.
You can't have our knowledge column. They have real jobs and families and things to do.
I know.
They don't stay here till
They're
1
not
in the morning.
They're not man children.
Yeah. Their house isn't decorated with infamous posters they've framed.
Oh, good.
At least you framed them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, ladies
That's the
and
sign
gentlemen.
of a true adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a party at our house, Veronica.
Oh,
the other night.
thanks for inviting me.
Okay, well, from now on I will. All right,
Great.
calm down. Anyways, it was to watch this
Awkward.
football game on Friday night. A bunch of people stayed and got drunk.
Oh, football?
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Well, not people that weren't into football, so we just had music over the game.
Oh,
while
so it was
while
still
I
fun
cried.
anyway, even though-
exactly,
okay,
exactly. We
great.
tried to branch out, and then some DJ Hero was played by Ryan Clements, of course. Anyways, one of our British employees stayed over at my house, and he stayed in my room because he had too much to drink. And the next morning, he's like, "I like the way you have your comics framed on the walls, but your clothes are just in a bloody pile." Yeah. And that was probably the best British accent I've ever
That
done.
was great. That was a very good.
Was
British-
it?
No,
Good?
it was very.
No.
No, it wasn't. It
Oh,
was very
damn
good.
it! I'm really bad at those.
4
was
out of 10.
pretty good.
Thank
It was
you.
decent, I guess. It was okay.
Yeah.
Bad.
All right, as we jump around for more Vita news here, right?
Yes.
Vita cases are blue. If you buy a Vita game, like the cards that I'm telling you not to buy, they come in little blue cases.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No.
probably
Okay.
buy. I'm gonna probably buy the retail games.
Really?
Yeah.
I like
you,
blue.
You like holding on to that stuff?
Yeah, there's something about it. I don't. I mean, I not necessarily like it. I just. I want to download the PSN games. I don't want to download everything. You know, I don't want to do
Why
that.
not?
I don't know. Just makes me.
But then you'll have
uncomfortable.
it all there. You'll have it all, like whenever you're on the plane, you can just switch
Get into
between
the future, man.
I know.
You're holding us back.
I know. I am holding this back.
Okay.
People like you.
You talk about collections. Zone of the Enders and Metal Gear Solid HD collections are coming to the Vita as well as the PS3.
That's cool. Well, you know what I was thinking about with those is, there's going to be the Vita and the PS3 version now. Could we get the trophy list separated and then have to do them twice?
I don't think so, because as Eric J. wrote into Beyond at IGN.com, transfarring has been talked a lot about Hideo Kojima.
Transfar.
About moving them back and how your trophies would carry over from Peace Walker and back
Oh,
and
interesting.
forth.
So then you only buy it once?
Correct. Well, no, you're gonna have to buy the game twice. I bet.
Nah.
Yeah, you have to buy the game twice, but maybe there'll be a deal where if you buy, the PS3 version of Metal Gear HD, you'll have a code in there for
Yeah, they should do
20
that.
Yeah, I
totally.
hope so too. Because that's kind of bullshit. Because if they're transferring the data, like the save data, and it's only one trophy list, but then you're buying the game twice, and I want two trophy lists.
That's a good point. Eric J. wrote into beyond@ign.com, just like you guys should when we're not live streaming it and ignoring your phone calls on the blue light. He said, with some games coming to both systems, will each version have different trophy sets, or will they just unlock a trophy at home, like transferring, and have it carry over like that? Thanks, and tell Veronica I love her.
Oh, I love you too.
Eric says, I love you guys too. Natch. Yeah, when they originally debuted transferring, which is, of course, if you don't know,
the worst word in the world.
Kojima's dumb way to name that. If you can move your save back and forth between different games, like Peace Walker is what he showed during E3, but obviously now it'll work with this as well.
God forbid you call it transferring.
I don't trust it for a second.
Sinking.
As much as trophies mean to us,
yeah.
I'm never going to trust that. I'm never going to want to move a save around and have to worry about trophies coming back and forth.
Your trophy's going a little Syncfari.
Syncfari.
I mean, you're talking about a system right now with trophies
that
where when we moved between systems, right?
Yeah.
Like when we're reviewing stuff and we come here and we put the game in for the first time, and even if we have the save on the system from home, it starts with 0 trophies and starts giving us trophies we already had, but not knowing it until we sync it.
Right.
I don't want to mess with that. I want all my stats in one place.
That's fair.
All right. Thank you. I'm glad
You're welcome.
you signed off.
You're welcome.
You want to take a phone call?
Sure.
All right, here. It's going to light up in a second. There it is. Beyond, you're on the show. Beyond.
Nope.
Hey,
I hear you
everybody, if you're
breathing.
calling in, you need to turn down your show so you can differentiate between what's coming out of your computer or iPad and what's on the phone.
This is why radio shows have producers, because they always tell you to turn off your radio.
That's why we're a conversational podcast. Beyond, don't screw it up.
Hey, Beyond.
Beyond, what's your name?
This is Phil from Berkeley.
Hey, Phil from Berkeley. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm watching the show on the live stream, and it's really, really delayed.
Well, is it delayed like it's chugging, or just like you mean the audio? Like right now, you're talking in the future.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's what I mean.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah, well, that happens. Don't worry about it.
It's
Is,
like,
Obama still the president in your future?
No.
All right, what's up? What do you think of the show? What do you got to comment on the TGS so far?
I was just wondering, so, Craig, you mentioned, flying to New York. I'm from New York. I go to school in the Bay.
Huh?
So I make that flight all the time. And, I don't know, that 3 to 5 hours is really, really disappointing for me,
Yeah, totally. I mean, like somebody put in the comment of the article, what were you expecting, and how often do you sit down and play for more than 6 hours? And granted, sure, okay, that's in good, but what I envisioned the Vita being, at least from what they talked about originally, was my giant flight device. I'm carrying it in my book bag, messenger bag, using Near or whatever, and picking up gifts as I go.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid.
Yeah, definitely.
Street pass.
I mean, so my question was, I think the Vita's already sort of gotten a lot of flack for just being like, this is just a portable Vita, or a portable PS3, and,
That's not flack, that's beautiful. That's beauty.
It's being too awesome.
I guess, no, but sort of every game that we've seen on it is either also on PS3 or is really similar to something on PS3, or at least that's what I put it. So my question is, what do you think about the fact that, this is meant to be just a portable PS3, but its battery life is like 4 hours, so it's barely even portable at this point.
Well,
so,
Naomi Kyle tried to make fun of it for that yesterday, and I said, well, it's already more portable than the PS3. PS3 has 0 battery life, so there you go. We got one up.
Yeah, and then,
right. I can see myself with a battery life that short, spending a lot of time sitting on my couch playing it. And at that point, if I have a PS3 a few feet away from me, why am I really playing it?
Yeah, that's the argument like Brian Altano will make once in a while, that he likes Uncharted, but he knows that he's going to be sitting playing the Vita on his couch. So why is he not just playing this Uncharted?
Yeah, I think the main use case scenario is intermittent play. You play for half an hour while you're on the bus. You play for half an hour while you're in class. Whatever.
Yeah.
Don't actually do
After
that.
you, professor.
But I mean, most people are like us would be using it on long flights and that kind of thing as an entertainment device. And that's really where, like I mentioned earlier, a replaceable battery or some kind of extra battery would be really beneficial. But I think most people are going to be using it in the more occasional style way, where they don't mind docking it when they come home from being out and about. So
that's
I
true.
don't know. It might not be that big of a deal.
I think 3DS has some kind of battery attachment that makes it last longer, so I would be totally down for that. Because for me, really, the thing I was most excited about was, I fly to New York and back three times a year, so having a Vita on a flight would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, thanks for your call. Give me a Beyond before you go.
Beyond!
Beyond.
Oh, Berkeley. What a lovely town.
A local town.
Berkeley, California. Remember when those people were in the trees and they would come out of the trees in Berkeley? Oh my god.
There's a lot of weird shit that goes on in Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rounding out the Vita news here that I've written down. Oh well, Ninja Gaiden's coming to Vita. There you go. Marvel vs. Capcom's coming to Vita.
Ease is coming to Vita.
Cool.
Ease is coming to Vita. You can play Killzone 3 through remote play on the Vita.
Yeah,
So
that's
you got that
pretty
going.
cool.
That's cool. Well, yeah, I want to see remote play work this time. Like, that was always a big thing for the PS3, but it never actually took off the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
You never heard a lot of people talking about that. No. Flow, that was the big one I remember.
It's a good idea, though.
Yeah. Still no firm details on what AT&T's structure of 3G is going to be here in the States, but they announced the Japan structure, and they're doing it in monthly plans, 20 hours or 100 hours.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah?
I feel like that's not going to be the way it is here.
What do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be just a flat rate kind of, or like, you know.
I don't know. Not with AT&T.
Well, they'll have like a bandwidth limit probably, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think it's going to be like an hourly usage thing. That's a little strange, man. Is there anything like that does that?
Well, I mean, when you have like a 3G plan for iPad, for example, it's $14.95 for 20 megabytes. No,
I don't know.
Like
I use Wi-Fi only.
It's not that great. I go through it pretty quickly. It can't be 20 megabytes. That's got to be
20
wrong.
gigabytes maybe?
No. Maybe. I can't remember. But anyway, I imagine it would be some kind of plan like that, and then if you go over, you start getting charged incrementally based on what you're using.
Well, that makes
until
more sense to
next
me.
month goes on.
But the hourly thing was just weird to me.
Twitter, tell me how much that plan for the iPad is. It's going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody could call him, but this guy's not going to know. We're in the future. He has no idea what's happening. We can just yell at him. How much data base do you get on the iPads?
For the iPads. Thank you.
Hello.
Caller.
Tell us.
Hello, Beyond.
Beyond.
Shot.
How many hours do you get on an iPad gigabyte?
It's not. No, it's not.
Oh, I don't have one. Sorry.
You don't know? Get off the phone. Then I got nothing to talk to. No! Beyond.
That's mean.
Beyond. Oh, Vampire Strike.
Yeah.
This is what a Vampire Strike looks like.
That was mean.
That's not mean. Okay, first off, too, like,
You're being mean.
if you are a Podcast Beyond fan,
He's
that means
power
you're
crazy.
one of Greg Miller's friends. Everybody knows that. Everybody listens to these shows, sees us on videos, knows we are big goofy
They
idiots.
just act like they like you because you're so mean.
No, that's not true.
Relax, Machiavelli.
We're a bunch. No, but I'm going somewhere. This today on Twitter, this guy tweeted at me and Veronica saying, "Oh, well, if you did it on Skype, you know, we could international people could call in." And I tweeted back something along the lines in all caps. I'm like, "Oh yeah, because nothing we do is good enough for you." And then I went, "Rage!" And like 3 exclamations. And then he tweeted back. He's like, "Geez, calm down." I'm like, dude, if I was really mad, I wouldn't respond. I'm just giving you shit. You have to learn to deal with it. Look at Colin. I gave him shit all day. Look at how happy he is.
But seriously,
just thrilled to be here.
You should take Skype. That would make more sense.
This thing uses. First off, everybody, this is the first time we've ever done this. We've made a jump here where video streaming this. You remember the live stream for 200? That was a huge
uses
production.
phones anymore?
I tell you, Veronica,
Come on.
Telephones.
nothing's good enough for you either.
Nope.
This is your second and final Beyond appearance.
Oh,
We forgot Beyond. Final Fantasy X HD.
Yeah.
Vita and PS3. We forgot that one. That was a huge deal.
Yeah,
that was
that's-
like one of the most popular stories on IGN.
That was a big deal. Now, someone retweeted something. I don't know who said it, but that like something like Square is the biggest troll in gaming, and it's true because they're like we have an HD remake of a game for you, and everyone's like, ooh, and they're
Yeah.
like Final Fantasy X.
Oh.
And obviously people. I mean, I hate Final Fantasy X. I think that game's not good, but
That's the one where
10
you play.
was fun.
That's the
I
one.
like 10.
I played this one.
What,
Right? This is
Blitzball?
yes, that's the one. Underwater soccer. Right? That's this one.
Yeah.
it's the one with the awful cast. So
Clement's butt through the wall. Clement's is
They
sending
weren't
hate
that
lightning.
bad.
So yeah, no. So, but it's like people want, like we said on PlayStation Conversation, like people want 6 and 7. Those are the games they want. You know. Now, obviously, people are going to play 10. It's going to sell millions of copies. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's going to do great. But you know, where is 6 and 7? And especially where, you know, I'm not a huge 7 fan either. But that game would sell better than anything on the market right now if they just re-released it.
Okay, so I got an answer
Yes,
to my
please-
question.
please
Eddie,
do.
Eddie says it's 250 megs
Okay,
for
that's not a lot.
$15 a month for the iPad data plan.
Yeah, I can imagine you burn through that.
That's
50
like
megs?
the lowest. That's the lowest tier.
Oh,
that you
there's
can get.
tiers. Okay, I haven't even looked
You
into
can
it.
get like a 2 gigabyte plan also, but it's more expensive.
Through the nose, yeah.
Yeah.
My whole thing, I know we'll get back to this and put a pin in the Final Fantasy discussion.
I don't-
My biggest thing about the AT&T and 3G is that I'm hoping the plan for the Vita is cheap and I can use it as a hotspot. If I can
That
turn
would
the
be
Vita
cool,
into
yeah.
a hotspot, I will be so happy because this is 3G. Or I'm sorry, yeah. My phone, you know, is 3G and whatever, and then my iPad is just Wi-Fi. So if I could just put my computer on it, if I could do whatever and just use it that way as well, then I'll make sure it's always going to be in my bag.
Yeah.
Because if not, then I'm only going to be carrying when I know I'm going to be playing the game that day. All right, pin out of Final Fantasy. Yes, 7 should have been remade. 10 is coming though to both systems.
Yeah,
and people are very excited.
That's
Dead
cool.
Mouse, the DJ. He tweeted about it. Use the IGN article. Look at that, Veronica. You're not so tough now, are you?
No,
huh?
I guess not.
Dead Mouse put you in your place.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this final. If I was at Square, I would put all the projects on hold until Final Fantasy VII was remade, just because they're in such financial difficulty right now. If you want to make money, then remake 6 and 7. Yeah, and then put your 13.2 on. 13.2 is almost done, but whatever they're working on after that. I don't know what they're thinking over there, but it's a nice step in the right direction. It shows that they're willing now to trophyize and HDize a Final Fantasy game.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what this caller has to say about it.
Hello, caller.
Beyond.
What's your name?
My name is Peter Smith.
Peter Smith.
That sounds like a fake
that's an
name.
alien.
That's made up. What's your real name?
That is my name.
It's Macaulay Culkin. All right, Peter Smith, what's going on? What do you think of this Final Fantasy X HD?
Honestly, I don't really care about Final Fantasy games.
Okay, man after your own heart.
But I decided to call in about something else since, Podcast Beyond, conversational podcast.
Of course. Take us on a journey, Peter Smith. Where are we going now?
He's using your own words against you.
No, I'm used to it.
This is the year of the big PlayStation 3 brand trilogies. We had Killzone 3, Resistance 3, and Uncharted 3 coming later this year. And, I don't know, I played Killzone 3, it felt a little tired to me. I'm playing Resistance 3, I haven't finished it yet, so don't spoil it for me. But sometimes it feels a little bit too much like Call of Duty. Just with the upgrade system, and while it is... Yeah, Resistance 3. And so, I don't know, I'm kind of getting nervous about Uncharted 3. You guys have said in the past that...
You're crazy.
Silly
That
Peter.
is-
I know, but you guys have said that it does feel the same. It does feel like more Uncharted. Is Uncharted 3 going to be able to stay fresh?
It is so much bigger.
Yeah.
It is like...
How much have you seen? Have you seen more than us?
I don't know.
Tell us what you know.
Tell us now. I mean, it's just, the cinematic moments and the writing. I actually did a big interview with Amy Hennig a
she's
couple
great.
weeks ago, and I love her.
Yeah.
And everything she told me and everything she showed me just makes me feel really, really confident that this is going to be the most epic Uncharted so far. I mean, if you can even imagine that at this point. It's going to be rad.
I'm not even remotely worried.
Well,
about
No.
No.
And it's one of those things, I think, they keep increasing the fidelity of it, the visual. The story keeps getting better because you know the characters. And, I mean, the moments we've seen him hanging out the plane and all this other jazz is awesome. Let alone the fact that, and I never say this, I'm so pumped for multiplayer. Like, I can't wait for that Subway promotion to kick off next month so I can just sit there and play multiplayer nonstop. So I don't think you have to worry. Don't worry about it. It won't feel like Call of Duty for sure.
All right, well, I'm still really excited for it.
Okay, well, give me a
Good.
Beyond.
And I hope maybe we'll be able to play some multiplayer together, some editor beatdown.
Go to Subway and get that token, son.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, well, thanks for taking my call. Beyond.
Beyond.
Another nice caller. We have such nice fans.
The caller known as Peter Smith.
Peter Smith. I don't believe that when I see it. I'd like an email to beyond.ign.com with a scan of your driver's license, Peter Smith.
Passport and social security number.
All right, let's do some cleanup here on the Roper Report and get on with the show.
Yes.
PS3, 1.8 million sold worldwide.
Yeah, buddy.
PSP, 71.4 million worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
People love that PSP. Here's something we haven't touched on, actually, too, about the PSP. PSP, obviously, very successful because of Japan, the impact it had over there. One of the reasons it was so successful over there, Monster Hunter. Nintendo has their conference. They say we have Monster Hunter 3 coming, and then we also have Monster Hunter 4. Vita conference, no mention of a Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's bad news. It's really bad
What do you
news.
think it means, Colin? Did Nintendo sew it up an exclusive, similar to what they did with Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii?
All right, so when the Nintendo conference happened, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's the end of the Vita" or whatever. I'm like, whatever. They'll announce it tomorrow, and they'll have Nintendo will have their day exclusive on having Monster Hunter 4 because Monster Hunter was clearly the most popular game on PSP in Japan, and that was like a real system seller. So I just assumed that relationship would continue, but then the next day they didn't mention anything about it. And I think that if the game was in development, they would have mentioned something, unless the agreement was that they didn't want to cannibalize, the 3DS version of Monster Hunter, and they'll have it eventually.
The thing that makes me not worry about it, and not even as a Monster Hunter fan, so I don't want to say why I worry, but I don't want to see the Vita be dead on arrival, and that was what a lot of people were saying, is that Nintendo didn't say, we have Monster Hunter 4 exclusively. We are the only ones. You know what I mean? Like, if that was true, you'd make a big deal about it. Kind of like Xbox, even when they have, like, 6 months of exclusivity on DLC for Red Dead or something, they make a big deal about it. This is the only place to get it. So it makes me seem not too worried about it, but I don't know.
I think what they're doing is they're making Monster Hunter 4 for PS3 as well, and then they'll transfer between Vita.
Man, Hideo Kojima gets a nickel every time we say that word. Shuhei pays it to him. Just throws it to him.
He just got a big barrel.
I don't even know what to do with these nickels. There's no Coinstar over here in Japan.
No, there isn't.
Oh, by the way, Nerd Outburst on Twitter is very upset with Peter Smith for not being sure that Uncharted 3 is going to be awesome.
There you go.
I know that is a little.
If you want to be part of the show, Twitter @Veronica.
that was a little strange, just because everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Obviously, I mean, I agree. Killzone 3 was super underwhelming. Resistance 3 does. I don't understand why everyone thinks Resistance 3 feels like Call of Duty, unless you're playing multiplayer. But the single player campaign doesn't feel anything like Call of Duty at all. So I don't get that. But being uncertain that Uncharted 3 is going to be epic is I just don't doubt that Uncharted is going to be awesome.
I think it's one of those things when we talk about Uncharted, especially when people go see it at a trade show that aren't us, or it isn't a reveal, they just go see it at E3. They always come back and it's always a very downplayed. Oh yeah, it was great, not because it wasn't awesome, but that's what you expect from Uncharted. That's what you expect from Naughty Dog now. So it's not like when I did the reveal of Uncharted 2, I went down there and I sat down and I watched the thing. I was like, that was awesome, and I came back and I wasn't like, oh, you guys, you didn't know.
Like, yep, as expected.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
sounds about right.
Exactly. Yeah, it's totally good. Looks really good. And so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a nice expectation. Like we expect great things.
It's a great.
I can't wait to see what they do next.
Yeah, me too. I think this will be it. So for Uncharted.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think maybe one more Uncharted before PS4, and then PS4.
I don't know. Wrapping it up in a trilogy is so nice and neat.
I know. If Elena is pregnant, then for sure that's wrapped up.
Yeah, I mean, I just suspect that. I mean, what we talked about with Jim a while ago was
I have many theories about Uncharted. I'll tell you about them
apparently.
Sometime.
I suspect I maybe they will work on another Uncharted, and that's possible, whatever. But whatever Naughty Dog's gonna work on next, I think is gonna be a PS4 launch title. So I think that they're probably not gonna do another PS3 game, but maybe they will.
All right. Rounding this out, DOA, Dead or Alive 5 has been announced. Pixel Junk Lifelike is now Pixel Junk 4 AM.
Yeah.
What do you think of that name?
It's cool. I saw the first screenshots of the game yesterday, and it's supposed to be like a different kind of experience, but the screenshots are just like lines on a screen.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm like, all right, I don't know what the hell this is.
What's happening?
The new Mortal Kombat sold 3 million. Dead Island has already sold 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
the story, if you read,
I don't like reading.
Okay, they expect worldwide to have shipped 2 million copies by the end of this week.
Dead Island.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think that goes to show how good that trailer was, and also then how much fun people are having with the game, even though it has all these game-breaking bugs, and this flips out and it doesn't look that great. And blah blah blah.
You know what that means, though.
What's that?
Dead Island 2.
Oh yeah, totally. There'll be a Dead Island 2. Yeah, it'll be awesome. It'll be Dead Island New Vegas. And then Colin.
Yes.
I was thinking, you and I, we enjoy our PS3s quite a bit, but I was hoping we could team up and sue Sony. Would you like to do that?
Sure.
We can't.
Just kidding, you
We
can't.
can't do that anymore. The new PSN terms of service, which you can reject and never use PSN again, say that if you agree to it, you cannot sue Sony as a class action suit. There's all this arbitration
Unless they
stuff.
say you can.
Yeah, at least they give permission.
Unless they agree that you can.
Yes, all right, you can sue us as a class action. I think this is going to be a class action one, so that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, you guys got some points here.
I understand why they're doing that. I mean, it's a private service. They've been heinously sued. Over Linux support, especially.
Yeah.
So, why not protect yourself? That's smart, I think.
Okay. Colin?
Yeah.
TGS, we've been cranking away at here. We've been splitting the atom. We're getting stories up left and right.
We're splitting the atom, which is weird because the atom was split like such a long time ago.
You gotta keep
doing
it. You gotta keep doing it.
Nothing
Nothing happens. If I wanted to know what games had come out while we were in our dark cave, where could I go?
I don't know because I don't have the list. You said you got it.
I know, but you can say the intro.
The official list of IGN upcoming software on all 3 platforms by the IGN editors.
Oh my God! Some pop-up has popped up on the screen.
I don't think it's
go.
actually doing anything bad.
I know, but I'm gonna check it. I don't trust pop-ups.
Okay.
The list. Let's see. NHL 12 comes out this week. I gave it an 8.5. I'm a big hockey fan. You know what? You don't enjoy hockey?
I don't do the hockey, no.
No. It's a great game if you guys are into it. I know our Canadian friends are very much into it. God of War Origins finally comes out. We've had that. What are you doing? Oh my God.
Oh, he's trying it.
God of War Origins. What'd you give that, a 9?
I gave that a 9.
Sweet.
We've had that for a long time. I still haven't played it yet.
We got that in Shadow and Eco collection at the same time.
Ooh,
Yeah.
We've had those
wow.
forever.
Yeah.
So in your face.
How good does that look, huh?
Yeah. Man.
All the remastered stuff?
Yeah. God of War, I mean, Ghost of Sparta looks amazing, and so does, and then jumping to Shadow and Eco. I mean, Shadow looks awesome. Like, so good.
And White Knight Chronicles 2, which has been out in Europe for some time, finally comes out here.
I wanted to play that. I never got around to playing it. How was it?
It's okay. Clements didn't really. Yeah, I mean, it's like a 6. Whatever. I mean,
the first one.
Yeah, the second one. I played the second one. It's more of the same. Some people are really into it. There's a dude on my friends list. I talk about this all the time. I talk about it all the time.
He's still playing the original White Knight Chronicles.
He plays White Knight Chronicles every day. He's playing that game. I don't know because you can play it online. It's like I don't know. And he has like all these trophies, so he finds time to play other things. I don't know, but every time I look at his, I don't want to say his name because I don't know.
I got into the first. I think I did 3 hours worth.
Yeah, I played it for a while, for like 20 hours.
Yeah.
The cool thing about White Knight Chronicles 2, though, is that White Knight Chronicles and White Knight Chronicles 2 are on the same disc, and it's it's a continuous story. So you can jump into the second story, or you can play it from the beginning.
That's cool,
and it goes all the way through, which is a nice idea. So that's it for retail. Do you want to do downloadable games?
Yeah, what came with the digital downloads?
Okay. Bulletstorm. Digital download, obviously. That game came out a while ago. Elemental Monster Online card game. Yes. The worst name ever.
99 cents, though.
Yeah, 99 cents for a PSN game, which is cool.
That's with the eye, right? Is that the one?
No, that's Eye Judgment.
That's Eye Judgment.
Okay.
This one is a digital one where you buy fake cards to use in the game.
Yeah, so you could buy like booster cards, but the game itself is 99 cents. And Jack DeVries is reviewing it for us. He said that he's trying to play as long as possible and not buying any of the cards.
Yeah, Jack's doing a cool idea. It's actually, I don't know if it'll be a full-fledged review or it's going to be the feature, but he's doing it in tiered system where he's going to do just as a 99-cent version, then pay enough cards to go to the $10 version, and then pay enough to go to the 15 and see how the experience goes and changes. So.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
So that doesn't happen. Everybody can email Jack and yell at him.
And Ferrari, the race experience.
Man, can't wait.
Yeah, that one sounds...
I heard Chris Roper's been calling in sick to work just to stay home and play that one. Race all day.
From Dust has come to PlayStation Network, which is cool.
Ooh, I can't wait to play that.
We have codes. I gave away a few to our Twitter friends yesterday.
On PC.
It sounds.
Am I allowed to say that?
No, traitor.
What's a PC?
What is that now?
I don't know what this is. And God of War Origins, if you want to download it digitally. And I think you can download the games individually, but I'm not positive about that. And Renegade Ops.
Renegade Ops, another great looking game. That's what this weekend I'm going to platinum that Penguin game. I swear. The Penguins, or what is it? Yeah, Penguins of Madagascar. Dr. Blowhole returns
again.
That's
what it's called.
Gonna get my platinum in that finally. And then, From Dust I'm really excited to play, and Renegade Ops after watching the Mike Mitchell play it in his bedroom.
And minis. I guess that...
Yeah, I didn't put the minis on the list.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But we did get... Veronica. We do a lot of segments here on Podcast Beyond. And we got a mini review from a reader. I was wondering if you want to read it. We asked them to send in their reviews, and so there you go, mini review.
Okay. Beyond. I'm reviewing the mini Jelly Pops. You pop circular jelly, and it's not very good. Also, should I read his PSN name?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, my PSN is Michael2295. If I could be hit of the week.
Hit of the week confirmed.
That's the worst one ever. That was terrible. We haven't done the helicopter pilot in so long.
I know, it's true.
Hit of the week. Don't forget to switch your weapons.
Don't forget to switch your weapons.
Ghostbusters gone, but not forgotten.
Sanctum of Slime, bro.
Thank you, Michael. Remember, if you want to do a mini review, you have to download a mini and play it, and then send us in a review at beyond@ign.com, where you can send all your questions. But today you can call in just like this person did. Hello, what's up?
Oh, hey, Beyond.
Beyond.
What's your name?
Keller.
I like that name.
Thank you.
No making that up.
Nope.
All right, what's up, Keller? What do you? I didn't answer with anything to say to you, really. What do you think? How was TGS for you? What do you think of TGS?
I think it was pretty good.
Okay.
I think Ryan was a bit too interested in cat ears, but otherwise it was good.
Yeah, what is up with that cat ears thing? Have you seen this? Did you watch this video yet?
What?
No.
What?
We have
Cat
a video
ears?
on IGN right now of Scott Lowe, Tech Tower, Beyond alum, showing you mind-reading cat ears that you put on your head. And when you're paying attention, they're perked up.
Yes.
And then when your mind starts to wander, they go down.
Yes.
It's like, why would I want that? I don't want people knowing I'm
'Cause
not
it's
paying attention to them.
awesome.
You're just, Veronica, you're not paying enough attention. I can clearly see you don't care about this
Your
story.
ears are drooping down.
Handheld gaming.
We're getting way too close to Cylons and all sorts of weird
I love
things.
that because I've used some of that mind control like gaming stuff before. Tested it out at like GDC, and it's kind of freaky how it works because you have to kind of fix your brain like you're doing one of those secret eye puzzles. You know what I'm talking about?
Where you gotta,
I can't do those.
So I'm curious to see if it actually, if
I'm totally
just
Mr. Pitt
having
about
your brain activated, like paying attention closely to something, is similar in that way, and if that's how they work, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They remind me of that Josie and the Pussycats movie where they were wearing the ears
Why
to
did you
watch the concert.
no.
I also
You
like
watched
he
that?
referenced the movie. How young are you? That's the reference you make
movie.
instead of the cartoon show that was on for like 20 years.
No, I can't talk about
I
that
was
movie.
a kid. I can't.
Okay.
I didn't watch it.
So what do you have to say? Thank you so much for listening and being a Podcast Beyond fan.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
What does the Vita use? Does it use UMD or a different kind of disc?
All right, I'm assuming you don't know this answer because you're a good fan and turned down your sound. But it uses the PlayStation Vita card, which it looks like a little cartridge. We're not sure the format of it, and I'm sure some idiot out there is yelling at us in the comments right now because he knows the official name of it. We don't know if it's SD. It doesn't look like it's SD. We're not sure. Kind of like an SD card, but you can also expand or you can put in a memory expansion and download things from the PSN.
Yeah, it's definitely proprietary,
Oh.
so I
Yeah.
don't think it's SD.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Beyond.
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 All right. That was it. Oh, pick of the week. What do you want to do? Pick of the week. Pick of the week. Pick of the week. Pick of the week.
I think pick of the week should just be Resistance 3 again.
No, I don't think so. God of War Origins is 2 platinums, 2 great games for $40. It's a pretty good deal, Colin.
Yeah, I like NHL 12 too. I mean, yeah, but I think God of War is an appropriate or From Dust, although I haven't played it. But
From
I've heard
Dust is
great
only
things.
PlayStation Plus members, so I don't think that counts.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I'm positive. Yeah, we have a week of exclusivity on it for 20% off on PlayStation Plus members.
But I thought anyone can buy it, and it's just 20% off for PlayStation Plus members. All right, well that's very interesting. Well, then I really hooked some people up with those codes yesterday because
Yeah.
you can't even buy it
Yeah,
yet.
there you go.
Oh,
Oh dear.
for shame.
Doggy. All right, let's get a reader mail question here,
Okay, please.
for the kids who did it. And then we will go straight to just the voice kids.
Okay.
All right, here's Jason Das. We know him
Oh,
well.
Jason Doss, a good friend.
With it being the week of the 10th anniversary of 9/11, do you think we will ever see a game based on the events of that day?
God, I hope not.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, it's what do you mean by based on it, and what do we mean by games? I'm pretty sure there's already games out there about it.
Yeah.
But
You think so? Well,
I'm pretty
there's,
sure. I
there's
mean,
stuff like Homefront, where it's kind of not really directly related,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
you
But I mean,
definitely
like,
have that sense of.
I'm pretty sure there's kind of like Super Combine Massacre. People have done independent stuff like that.
God, this
So-
is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, people can, people can release what they want. It's just a matter of if those games will get published and
Exactly.
people will play them and stuff. I mean, people were really sensitive about 6 Days in Fallujah.
That's the one.
And that game was finished and didn't even get released. So, and probably not quite as offensive.
Yeah.
but somewhat offensive.
mean,
I don't know.
even-
I'm not easily offended. And obviously, as I talked about, my dad's a retired FDNY firefighter, so it's like those events hit close to home for me, and I'm not terribly offended by the idea of doing something. It's just like it would be something ancillary, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
because even like something like Battlefield 3, where they include or tried to include Taliban, like that made a big stir.
Tricked you on
And
the Taliban.
So I don't know if anything will ever actually come any more. I don't know how to explain it. Like maybe referential, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
specifically about those
Yeah.
events.
Yeah,
and
I
even
agree.
then, it might still be a little iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like an idea I think would be cool is like when the events were unfolding, everyone assumed that there was a grander conspiracy, and maybe while those events are happening or the night before, something you're stopping the fifth set of hijackers or doing something and like some alternate history kind of
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
or whatever. I have no I don't think it should be like a flight sim or something super
yeah,
offensive,
yeah.
but you could do something clever that works off that history.
The only major tragedy in history that I can really think of games being based around would be like fighting Nazis and stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't seen like a Hiroshima game or anything like
That's
that,
true,
or a
yeah.
Pearl Harbor game. Like they don't tend to base things around situations
it's
that
always-
really are not great to remember or
Right.
think about.
There is in what was it? Medal of Honor, Pearl Harbor happened. You were on the
was
ship
there?
or whatever. Yeah, not like one of the recent ones, PS2, if I remember.
Yeah,
correctly.
Allied
Yeah.
Assault or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no,
one-
it
it's
wasn't
one of
Allied
those-
Assault.
It's time heals all wounds kind of thing, right? As far as like, as soon as you get away from that experience, and it might be different with games because like people who live through Pearl Harbor or like, I mean, there's Titanic games. There was a Titanic game where I remember I had it and I played it on PC and it was a full release, and it was basically that you went back in time around the Titanic and you knew the events, so you were trying to get stop it and save people, and if you didn't, the ship sank and everybody died. But it's one of those things where people who are old enough to have had an experience with these giant events, right,
Yeah.
aren't into games necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, there's not that giant sector.
And it almost feels like doing an alternate history take on something like 9/11 would just be in such, poor taste
Yeah,
in a lot
yeah.
of ways. Like, oh, well, you saved everyone, but those people aren't really actually saved in the real world, so that just makes you feel like shit.
True.
Yeah, sure.
You
I mean,
know?
the events still happen, so it's
Yeah.
But it seems like it's a third rail kind of thing for a publisher to touch something like that anyway. So I don't think you even have to worry about something like that becoming prevalent
anytime soon.
But yeah, I mean, like we've talked about in the past, like I don't think anything should be off limits for gaming, as long as, and it doesn't even have to be in good taste. It just needs to be done right, and people need to know that it's like fictional context and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, 9/11 having touched my family really closely, whatever, I wouldn't be super offended by it. But I know people that would be. My father certainly would be.
Yeah.
And do you think that's because, games are such a part of your life and you view them as this artistic endeavor kind of thing?
Probably.
Because that's the whole thing with, like, when Congress is always trying to pass it, it's because those people know games as Mario. They remember when they got an NES for their kid, and that's all they ever played, then they got out of it. They don't know what's happening in games anymore. Yeah,
I mean, games have been moving quickly, and I think, it's like, I guess maybe we just look at games a little differently. But I want to see what games can do, Like I want to see the stories
they push the envelope.
Yeah, and it's not even just to push the envelope, but just to see what they can do, Because something like the no Russian level in Modern Warfare 2 or whatever, people were really offended by that, and obviously you could pass that by, but I thought it was super powerful because you're walking through and you're this guy in the airport, and I'm like, are you really going to do it? You don't have to, But then I started shooting, and I'm like, this is like really, I don't like this. It's strange. It's kind of like when you at the end of Infamous 2, what you have to do there or whatever. It's like it invokes weird emotions or whatever.
Thank you for not spoiling that, because I haven't beat it.
Oh my gosh, you gotta go beat it. It's so good.
But
you gotta beat it before Vampire Diaries Infamous 2 comes out. I can't wait.
For sure. And yeah, don't listen to the spoiler cast either. But yeah, I think people are easily offended in general, but I do understand why people would be offended by that.
I understand.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what this call's all about.
Okay.
Mail call! Reader mail.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the phone. What's up?
Beyond!
What's your name?
Jordan Bolt.
Jordan Bolt! Phasing through the wall, everybody. Jordan Bolt, made of electricity, everybody knows. I saw him at PAX East a few years ago, and he phased back through a wall and disappeared forever.
Not forever.
Yeah, Greg really startled me.
All right, so Jordan, what's up? How is the show going? Are you watching it?
I am watching it. It's going great.
Is it visually entertaining? I know I try to cheat out, as they say, in the theater.
Yeah, I'm waving back at Veronica right now.
Okay.
Oh, very good. Right. So it's not that delayed then.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not bad. All right, Jordan, what do you want to talk about?
How about we talk about the Vita?
Okay.
Yes,
we like the Vita.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I loved it, and even with I was a little bummed out by the battery news, but
is it not that big of a deal to you? You don't mind that it's just 3 to 5?
Yeah, it's all right. Like it was one of the reasons why I didn't want to pick up a 3DS, but also more so like the lack of games.
Yeah, the zero hours of games you play on it.
Yeah, Uncharted itself is enough for me to want to buy the Vita.
Word. Okay,
yeah,
come to think about it, on an airplane, if it was 3 to 5 hours, if you would have your Wi-Fi and all your stuff turned off anyway, most likely. So.
Yeah.
And if you're smart, you're flying like a virgin, you can plug it in.
I like how I just keep trying to convince myself, like, the rest of the time, you wouldn't be doing that.
Greg and I were saying...
Well, if I had a potato, then I had it in a half glass of water.
Greg and I were saying yesterday when we were walking to get dinner before we started our TGS Madness, like, we're just going through the stages of, like, grief and, this denial and acceptance.
Anger.
Yes. I think I'm in the either denial or acceptance phase right now, somewhere in between there.
Fair enough.
All right, Jordan, you got anything else?
No, not really.
All right,
can't wait for the Vita. Beyond.
Love you. I love that Jordan Bolt kid. Good
Jordan
character.
Bolt.
Good character. Who do you think this is? Who's calling right now? You think it's Yoshida?
Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen, how are you?
Really? That was the first one that came to my
Hey, what's up? Yeah, you're on the phone. Sorry, Colin's telling jokes about sexual predators. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing. Beyond, what's your name?
I'm Christian Price.
Kristen Price. That's
pretty close. That was pretty close.
Oh, Kristen Price. We tried to guess your name before we answered the phone. Colin got close.
You almost got it. You're close enough.
Yeah. So what's up, Kristen Price?
Yeah. I wanted to talk a little Vita with you.
Okay. Everybody loves Vita.
Yeah, no, it's pretty exciting. I want to get one, but I don't have any money, so fuck.
Oh, well, you can start saving. Don't worry. We don't even know what's coming out in the States. You got plenty of time.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, do you think that with the recent announcement of how shitty the battery life is, do you think that's going to affect sales short term and long term? Like, what do you think that's going to do?
No, I think the general reaction, other than "Oh my God, I can't believe it's that short," is well, whatever. That's what everything else is. So what's it matter?
Yeah, frankly, most of the buying audience is probably not listening to podcasts where all we do is complain about battery life.
Yeah,
and other things.
Yeah, whatever we feel like complaining about that week. But no, yeah, I think most people, if you're excited for a Vita, I don't think anybody's broken by this. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not a deal breaker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Altano was bitching about it today, but he's still going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm a broken man anyway, so this wasn't going to break me.
Yeah, exactly. Trophies. We need trophies. 3 to 5 hours of trophies is what
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't think it's going to be a big deal because I don't really fly on planes much, and I usually have access to a plug, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal for me. But I was just wondering if you guys saw it, you know.
No, I think you're going to be okay. Don't worry. You can keep investing your money in the Vita, and then when you cash out those stocks, then you can buy a Vita.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
All right, give me a Beyond before you go.
All right. Beyond.
Beyond.
Another good kid. Look at all these people.
Good kids.
Oh, I have a comment on Twitter from Anthony Ellis. He says, not 9/11, but Infamous 2 incorporated... Is this a spoiler? Incorporated Hurricane Katrina into its story and pulled it off very well.
Oh, no.
It did. It does.
You know anything?
Yeah, I knew it because it's in New
Exactly. There's a part of the town that's been
Orleans-esque,
flooded and stuff, yeah. I answered the phone, but we haven't acknowledged you, phone caller. So hello, Beyond. Beyond! What's your name? Yair. Oh, my gosh. How are you, sir?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I know. It's been 6 episodes, so it's been 6 weeks. It's easy to trace you back to when you flew out here to be part of the show. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for calling right now. Where are you?
Thank you. Back home.
You're back in Tel Aviv. You're back in Tel Aviv, staying awake to watch this and call us long distance.
Oh.
But look at you.
Yeah.
What a character.
I know. What a good man.
Oh.
What can we help you
Thank
with?
you, Colin National Scott.
What do you want to talk about? What's going on?
I was actually wanting to ask about the remote play, about the Vita.
Okay.
They demoed... they demoed Killzone 3. Do you know how exactly it's going to work? Do I have to put my Killzone 3 CD, Blu-ray in my PlayStation, have it running, or did they give it...
Yeah,
did it go into the...
That sounds right, because I honestly, I haven't read Ryan's article yet. I published it and put it on the site and promoted it, but we were knee-deep in screens and news.
But hell if we read it.
Yeah, we had stuff to do last night.
I know, we were busy.
The way I'd imagine it works, and somebody can correct us on Twitter, respond to @Veronica if we're wrong on this one.
I'm getting lots of responses.
I mean, I'd imagine it runs like it did with PSP, but it works. So basically, your PSP would dial up through a Wi-Fi connection to say, hey, PS3, turn on, and then play what's in your hard drive or on the hard drive.
Yeah.
Or play what's in your system or on the hard drive.
PlayStation on.
So yeah, we think that's how it is.
Did
You could always read Ryan's article because he'd know because Shuhei's the one who demonstrated it last night.
Yeah, he did.
Shuhei Yoshida, president, Worldwide Studios,
friend of Podcast
Beyond friend. Did you see? He responded to me last night on Twitter.
About what? That he didn't have pictures of us on stage?
Yeah, Ryan said the keynote was awesome. Shuhei Yoshida did a keynote yesterday at TGS, and the only thing I asked Ryan was if he said Beyond or if he had a photo of me and Colin on the thing during it, and he said no. So I told Shuhei on Twitter that, next time he does it, he has to have a photo. Has he learned nothing from our PlayStation conversations? He said, whoa, epic fail. I'll look into it for next time. I'm like, all right.
That's fair.
Cool. You got anything else? I mean, you're calling long distance. This is your time. What do you want to say? You're a big fan. You're a big friend.
Beyond.
I tell you, all the way.
Chris F. on Twitter says, one time I was driving and heard a homeless man say, and that is why the PlayStation 8 will never happen. I'll never know why.
That is so awesome. God. Here's one for you. Saturday, I was walking on the street with a friend, coming to the IGN office to get something. And as I'm walking, a car drives by, and someone's across the street, and I hear, Beyond! And I instinctively go, Beyond! And the friend goes, did that person really say Beyond? And I go, it might have been Brian, but I'm not sure. And then we walked inside, blah, blah, blah. I left. An hour later, I checked my Twitter, and at the time, like 5 minutes after I yelled Beyond, somebody had sent me a thing saying, I just drove past the IGN offices and let out a big Beyond. And I was like, did you see me? And he's like, yeah, you didn't miss a beat. I'm like, why did you stop the car? No one else was there. We could have talked.
Funny.
Downtown's dead when it's not.
Oh, yeah. No, you can do whatever you want here. All right, this person's getting on the air. Beyond?
Beyond.
What's your name?
Tanner.
Tanner?
Yeah.
Okay, what's up, Tanner?
Not much. Oh my God, I cannot believe this is actually happening.
Dude, your dreams are coming true today. You're talking to me, Greg Miller, Colin Moriarty, and Veronica Belmont. How you been?
What's up?
Did your parents name you after Biff Tanner?
Say that again?
Did your parents name you after Biff Tanner from Back to the Future? Oh, that's Tanner. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry,
I'm nervous wants to talk to Tanner?
The better question would have been, the
DJ
Tanner.
Tanner.
Yeah, DJ Tanner.
I screwed it up. Sorry. I've let you down today, podcast Beyond Community.
That's it. That's the show.
All right, Tanner. It was good talking to you. No, I'm kidding. What's up, Tanner? What's going on?
I just had a question for you about TGS.
Okay, what's up?
Well, I was just wondering, you guys were complaining about the battery life for the Vita.
Yeah.
What would you give the battery life if you say it was 3 to 5 hours? What would you expect from it?
We've been talking about the show a lot, so I'll be quick. But I want 6 hours at least because I'd like to go from coast to coast in the United States.
6 to 8, I think, would have been.
6 to 8, because that's what my PSP giant battery that I plugged into the back of it gives me.
Yeah, I would say 5 minimum.
Yeah. All right,
well, that's cool. I'll definitely be getting the Vita on the release day.
Sweet.
And so it's not a deal breaker for you? You don't care about the battery? This is what you expected?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that's fair.
Cool, Tanner.
Bye,
Beyond.
Tanner.
All right, bye.
Bye, Beyond.
Beyond.
There we go.
No, what
I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Yeah, right.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's very cultish. You see, it's kind of like Over and Breaker. Every time you end a call, you gotta say it.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, I've told this story I think once, but when I did the Resistance 3 panel and I moderated that at Comic-Con, we were with Marcus Smith, who's the director of Resistance, and when people would come ask questions, most of them would say Beyond before they said the question, and at some point he was like, "This is like a weird cult." Yeah. and just to remind everyone, on this coming Wednesday, the 21st, Marcus Smith will be in the office, and we'll be recording the Resistance 3 spoiler cast.
So remember, number 1, send questions to beyond@ign.com if you have questions about Resistance 3. It'll be a
Chimera, especially, ask questions about them.
Okay. And then number 2, it'll be a gloves off, spoilery discussion of it. So if you have us in your iTunes feed, when that episode pops up on Wednesday, you'll still get a regular Thursday episode of Beyond. When it pops up on Wednesday, we'll make sure in the beginning to say, hey, well, heads up, this is a normal show. Turn it off if you don't want Resistance 3 spoiled. So you have a shot at it to not be spoiled. Let's do another one here. Oh,
let's.
Remember, beyond@ign.com to be on the show when it's just a normal show. Dalen writes in. He says, hey, guys, love the show. Now to my question. I was watching the review preview for Gears 3, and I was quite shocked to see Greg and Colin helping on it. I know you guys can look past your PS3 fanboyism, but I thought you guys, at least Greg, didn't like shooters. What's up with that?
I like shooters. I have no problem with shooters at all.
My favorite games, we decided a long time ago, are third-person action. So the fact that it's in third person gets me really excited for it. You know what I mean? And I played the other Gears too. Like, thank you for pointing out that we can look past our PS3 fanboyism. Colin and I like games, period. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, we prefer PS3.
We ham it up sometimes. I mean, people,
totally.
we definitely don't hide our preference for PlayStation 3. And that's the system we play 95% of our games on, no doubt.
Yeah.
But when there's a compelling game on another system, you got to play it.
Yeah, our house has everything. It's the PlayStation Home that has everything.
Yeah,
but.
and and like I said, we ham it up because it's funny sometimes. Like we're not quite as I think raging militant fanboys as we come off sometimes.
I like to imagine that your house is actually decked out in all the furniture that you can buy in PlayStation Home.
It is.
I walk in and just lift things straight up and drop them.
You have a giant yacht outside, parked in front of your
a lighthouse off in the distance we can't get to. All these arcade cabinets just strewn around the room. So anyways, it was nice to play Gears. I enjoyed the multiplayer. It struck me in the same way Gears 2 did, where Levi Buchanan kind of pulled me through that. Like, if I had played on my own, I would have burned out on it quickly. Just because I don't like the characters all that much, and I have a problem with aliens usually.
Oh yeah, it's a hardcore bro shooter, no doubt.
Yeah. Veronica, any interest in Gears of War 3 on your end?
Yeah, I liked Gears of War. I've liked that series through time, so I'm
through time,
through all time.
Through time and space.
We are a split console house right now, so we do have an Xbox that my boyfriend uses. Mm-hmm. So if he gets it, I'll probably check it out.
All right, good work. All right, who's calling next? Here we go. Beyond. What's up? What's your name?
My name's Walter Gimlet.
Walter Gimlet?
What's up?
Yeah.
I enjoy a good gin gimlet.
Who doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of that episode of we were just watching a Mad Men when
she orders the gimlet at the bar and she bangs it out in the background.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. If you ever see a girl order if you're not caught up in Mad Men, if you get to an episode where someone orders a gimlet, they're about to get banged out in the back of the bar.
Jesus Christ.
What? That's one of the least offensive things you
said. I like gin gimlets, and that's a thanks a lot.
If you ever see Veronica guest star in Mad Men, bad shit's about to go down. Walter, what's up?
What's up?
Nothing.
Oh, cool. I have a question. What do you guys think about DOA 5 coming to PS3?
What?
Oh, DOA 5 coming to PS3. Right.
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm happy it's there. A lot of people are excited for it, and it's a franchise that has a lot of fans.
Yeah.
So good for them.
Oh, that's cool. My second question is, do you guys prefer headset sound or surround sound?
Ooh, I'm a headset person. Yeah.
See, now
which is crazy because I just bought like a banging 5.1
Did you
system.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I use I talk about it all the time on the show, the Astro stuff, like the Astro wireless
which
mix
one?
amp.
Actually, that was a question on Twitter that
really?
just had which gaming headsets do you prefer?
Okay. I use an A30.
I've used the A40 and the A30.
Yeah, A40s are just really big.
They're big.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like A30s,
and they're not wireless, are they? The A30's wireless, right? Or does it come in a wireless?
They might now. They might. I don't know. The A30 I have is wired, but I have a wireless mix amp, so I can take it off the TV that way. No. I like that because then it blocks out everything. You don't have to worry about it. You kind of get lost in the game. But not every game I want that way. Like Dead Space was a big one for me. I had to play it that way. But Little Big Planet, I didn't care too much about.
Yeah.
With a headset, do you like feel the bass? Like, is it good? Like, do you get bass sound?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if it's simulated. Usually, it's simulated surround sound.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's as good as using a real. I mean, you don't have that same kind of like deep room shaking subwoofer kind of like situation, but I think it's totally comparable.
All right,
personally.
Because I always hear you guys talking about headsets and stuff, and I use surround sound, and I love the bass on my surround sound. But I've been planning on getting a headset, but I'm always afraid that I'm not going to get that bass.
I also call headsets relationship savers.
Oh, totally right.
In a big way.
Yeah.
Because like the boom booms, I call them the boom booms, and that's when you're playing like a first person shooter, and you can hear the boom booms throughout the house.
Yeah, it's like rattling your dishes.
Yeah, that's when a headset comes in handy for sure.
Yeah.
I know about that because Greg plays his games very loudly.
Aw.
Yeah. You know what? I don't play them that loudly. And it's your own fault. So, ladies and gentlemen, I live in a house with the Mike Mitchell and Colin Moriarty. And while I was gone, they got Resistance 3, and they drug Mike's surround size system into the living room. So, hell yeah, I want to play my games on that thing. I'm
only kidding. I don't care. I'm actually, I like... So I always like try a game like really loud, and I use a headset or whatever, but I often play games like with the sound pretty low. Because it's like, I don't know. When I'm like, unless I'm like, it's a really ambient experience, like Resident Evil or something like that. Like, I usually have like the news on my laptop or something I'm playing, and I'm like playing my game at the same time. I feel the need to multitask.
Yeah, multitask.
If it's like a really immersive experience, like, well, for instance, like a game like Fallout 3 that I spent like 300 hours with, like there came a point where I just like muted the TV. I'm like, I don't really need to hear anything anymore. You know, like. But but a game like Dead Space is a great example. I know, me too. That was awesome.
There's an animated GIF in the making. Walter, thank you so much. Beyond.
Beyond.
All right,
that was amazing.
Our next call.
Did you know that I did VO for Old World Blues?
Did you really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I did 3 characters in Old World Blues.
I haven't I've been waiting for the
for New Vegas.
I've been waiting for the 4th one to come out because I want to go back and play it on hardcore
Lonesome
mode,
Road.
and then
right?
Yeah, Lonesome Road's the last one. Yeah. So what characters did you do?
I did Stealth Suit Mark II. I did the Sexy Light Switches, and I did the audio logs of Christine Royce.
Sexy Light Switches.
That's pretty cool. Are you going to do more VO for games?
I hope so. I would love to. Yeah.
Was that your first time doing
it
something?
It was, yeah. I mean, I've done VO work before for like Core and other shows like that, but never for an actual video game.
Okay.
That's pretty exciting.
So fun, yeah.
I can hook you up. I can probably get you on a radio show about zombies if you want.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you can be on We're Not Dead. It's
cool.
It's an ongoing zombie survival.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be awesome.
I'll make that happen, don't worry. Casey, I'm sure you're watching. All right, here we go. Beyond, you're the final phone call of Podcast Beyond 206. Don't screw it up.
Beyond.
What's your name?
Dylan.
Gillen?
Dylan.
You screwed it up last time I emailed too.
I'm sorry, I'm not good at hearing or reading or speaking.
That's fine.
All right, well, Dylan, what's going on?
Me and my buddies have been talking over the last couple weeks about November and how the release schedule in November is just crazy.
Insane.
Just totally crazy, you know? So I'm wondering, what do you guys think? Like, what is your most anticipated game for the holidays in general?
Uncharted 3. I'm ready to beat Uncharted 3 and lose myself in multiplayer.
Skyrim.
Yeah, I'm going to say Skyrim too.
Yeah. If it was, I don't, fantasy, whatever.
And then Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
But I'm
See, and that's what I was
nuts for
thinking.
Skyrim.
Yeah. I mean, behind Uncharted 3, it'll be Batman. Like, I hear Batman's
Batman.
really, really big, and we already knew that. But
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to play Batman until next year, honestly, because like
There's a lot of
Skyrim's
stuff.
going to take so much time, and Uncharted, and
I don't think I'm
Assassin's
ever going to
Creed,
play
and-
another game again other than Skyrim.
I
I think that may be the last game I
I
ever
can't
play.
wait. I'm going to take time off when Skyrim comes out.
Yeah.
The other game that no one's talking about, even though it's not specifically like super close to Christmas, is Rage, man. Like that. Like for me, it goes Skyrim, Rage, Uncharted. Those are the 3 games in order. I'm super excited. I can't wait to play Rage. That game is going to be effing awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah, have you thought about just going home and playing Fallout again or playing Borderlands? Because that's what
it's an id game, dude. It's been a long time since id has done something new. These guys are masters of what they do. Masters. And I played the game. I played the game very extensively, and it's fun. So
okay.
Cool. Yeah, so more people. I'm afraid that game's not going to do as well as it should.
I bet it doesn't. Yeah.
Because partially because the lead into the game has been so long. We've known about the game for like years, which is why I think I was talking to Charles
when you
about.
said that, I was like, wait, that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, it's like we've known about it for so long. And Charles made a really good point. We were on the train going to play poker at Nate Ahern's house last week, and we were
Former
talking.
IGNer.
And we were talking about Rage, and he's like, that's the reason they're probably not talking about Doom 4 yet, because they realized that they kind of announced Rage too early.
Yeah.
So, but Rage is going to be absolutely.
Is that being published by Bethesda?
Presumably, they own id. So.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, thank you so much for Beyond. Talk to you later, Gilligan, or whatever
Dylan.
Dylan, dude.
Come
Dylan.
on, it's funny.
Gillen?
All right. Now you heard me say no more phone calls. Stop calling. Come on, that's funny too. We're having fun. This is a good time.
Machiavelli.
Beyond.
Hello?
Yeah. Hey.
How's it going?
Good. What's your question?
Beyond.
Beyond nothing. You're being too nice. I was going to hang up on you right away. I said we're done taking questions. We got to get Veronica on our way. But how are you?
I am doing good. This is Golden One, by the way.
Golden One? No way.
See, aren't you glad I didn't
Golden
go
One.
now?
Yeah, I know. How you been, buddy?
Good. Wow, it rang and then it went through. I kind of thrown off. How are you guys doing? I don't know. I wasn't expecting to get through.
No, Golden One, I knew, of course, for people who don't read my mind, Golden One's on my PSN friends list. We play a lot of games together.
That is awesome. Yes, it is.
All right.
True.
All right, now we got to go, though. No,
yeah, okay.
No question. You don't get a question. We're hanging up on you.
Okay.
But I love you. Thank you for calling and being a fan. I'll talk to you later.
Beyond.
You betcha. Bye.
All right. Now for real, I won't hit it anymore, Machiavelli.
I'm just going to hang up on everyone.
My friend Jim Hall didn't get through. We went to college together.
Oh, sorry, Jim Hall.
Sorry, Jim.
No, all right, but you know who did get through? Becky. Becky writes into beyond@ign.com. She says, my name is Becky, and I could really use your help. My best friend Keith is turning 20 this Saturday, 9/17, and I've been trying to think of something awesome to do for him on his birthday, but I haven't had any luck. I was listening to the podcast the other night when the idea hit me. What would be more awesome than his favorite podcasters telling him happy birthday? Keith is a huge fan of IGN, especially Beyond, and loves his PS3, especially trophy hunting. And he was the person who got me playing PS3 and listening to this great podcast. Greg, Colin, Veronica, would you guys please help my friend have a great birthday and wish him a happy birthday this podcast?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Keith.
Happy birthday, Keith.
Look at that, everybody. Oh, my gosh. Believe it or not, we've come to the end of the road, Colin.
I know. I believe it.
Podcast it's felt long for me. That's Beyond 206 in the books. Veronica, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Here's where we pimp all our stuff. You should come to IGN.com every day, obviously. Duh. Don't be stupid about it. Then you should follow IGN on Twitter at IGN. I am Game Over Greggy. Colin is No Taxation. Veronica is Veronica because she invented Twitter. That's the big stuff. Rate us on iTunes. Remember to pass the podcast along to your friends. This video will be posted in the Podcast Beyond article. So if your friends are stupid and don't listen to audio-only things, you can send them here to watch this on their lunch break. We hope you had fun. If everything goes according to plan, the song at the end, we end every Podcast Beyond with a song, of course. Usually you send them to beyond@ign.com. We choose from the thing. If everything goes according to plan, Anthony Gallegos has cut out the Commenter song from the live Gamescape we did at PAX, which is one of my favorite songs in recent memory. I'm going to put it at the end of this song. If not, it'll be a Damon Hatfield track. So if something went wrong,
you'll know.
You'll know. Beyond.
Beyond.
Yeah, everybody! If you're at home, Anthony Gallegos is taking out a guitar. He's going to sing the Commenter song, subtitled, Thanks for the Clicks.
This is dedicated to all of our angry commenters out there, all over the world.
I'm actually really nervous. Here, let me see your mic.
Oh, hold on. I'm signing off, Scoop.
I'm really,
we should say this is words by Greg Miller, music by Anthony.
Well, yeah, and it was very last minute the way this all came together. Oh, actually, I need to see the lyric. Yeah. I'm good. Can you guys hear me, okay? Yeah. Okay. We work all day. We write all night. Keep IGN fit for the fight. We post reviews and make cool vids, all to satisfy
millions of kids. And when we're done, we look back proud. But these are the comments we read out loud. Way to suck black ops cock, you IGN assholes. Hope the check was big enough to justify selling your own souls. Oh, internet, you're so foolish. Oh, internet, you gotta understand. If I got paid for reviews, I'd have nice things. I wouldn't ride the bus or live on chicken wings.
I still would.
And when we're done, we look back proud. But these are the comments. Sorry, we read out loud. Dear IGN, fuck your mother's stupid face. You're a sad statement on the human race. Oh, internet, why don't you understand? Go elsewhere and be their fan. Don't sit here and troll my Twitter. I'm sorry my Killzone score made you bitter, but thanks for the clicks. Thank you all for coming.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, sit down for 1 second. Thank you very much, Anthony. That was awesome. Thank you all for coming out today. We love you all very much. Remember, you're going to hang out with us tonight. Meet and greet at GameWorks 6 p.m. DJ party tomorrow night, Temple Billiards at 10 p.m. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Levi. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you to all of you. I want to impregnate all of you. My name is Damon. This is IGN Game Scoop, and we're out.